Thank you very much indeed, Rishi. Good evening, everyone. And I'm sure, like Ken and I, you're looking forward to what could be a classic match. Both these two superstars of the game, you have to say, are in fantastic form. Played each other some 30-odd times. Higgins leading 17-13. And you'd have to say it's very, very tough to pick a winner, Ken.
Yes, absolutely, Willie. I'm really looking forward to this match. Both won this championship 5 times between them. Probably one of the best players that they've played against each other, and certainly 2 of the best players that I think I've ever played against. Both very complimentary towards each other, and they've got so much experience here. So many matches played.
So first mistake, Mark Williams. Usually I always suggest that it's very, very tough to keep up with the safety player of John Higgins, but I think this young man Mark Williams can definitely keep up with John Higgins, but that's a poor one there. Can get onto the black, so good early chance.
It's exactly level at 84% each, so very close in all departments.
Yes, I would have thought that John Higgins would have been favourite in the safety success, but as that stat showed us, they're virtually level in every department, but that's a poor miss. An early stumbling block for John Higgins there. Very rarely do you see one of these two players miss a black off the spot, and that was straightforward. Took the slightly more difficult red because obviously the black was going to be very difficult if you potted the red to get onto the black.
Yeah, didn't really have the angle to go into the pack there. Would
6
to try and get that black back on its spot when, as you say, it's in a difficult position so close to the top cushion.
7
Short, it's red, and the fact that the red is so close to the black spot, it makes it easier to take the black from another red.
Yes, ideally if you played the black you'd like to pot in the right hand corner, but I'm not so sure he'll play for the black off this red, even though it is perfect to do so. Yeah, it was perfect
13
to do so, but he just wants to get his hand on the table, get used to the speed, and if he gets a nice angle to bring the pink into play, that's what he can do. And he has that perfect angle. Even though there was a couple of loose reds there, obviously with the black being out of commission, he did play the pink, but didn't hit it full ball.
Very difficult, a little bit easier to take the one closest to the black spot. He's up straight away off that, he knew.
Mark Williams, 18.
Oh, so both players have had a half chance. Both players have broken down quite earlier on.
One.
Well, there you see, earlier today, John Higgins came in to have a view of this one table set up now, and there's his old practice partner, Elaine Robidoux, all the way over from Canada, Montreal, obviously talking a bit of golf. They used to practice together up in Stirling, where Stephen Hendry used to practice many years ago. Nice to see Elaine over from Canada. Where's this yellow going? Oof. Well, if Elaine saw that, I'm sure he'd probably be saying, same old John. Things haven't changed.
3.
And let's not forget, had an outrageous fluke in the final frame against Ronnie O'Sullivan, as we see it again, and went on to make a century to knock O'Sullivan out. So it looks like he's carrying that little bit of good fortune into this first frame of the semi-final.
4.
Very tough to win the frame from this position where the balls are, especially now. Might even play a safety shot here, not necessarily going to play a pot.
Yes, both players have going to take a little frame or two to settle into this match.
Uber.
And particularly with the one table setup, Willie, the table takes a little while to settle in. It looked a little bit slow in the match earlier with Judd Trump and Ding Junhui.
John Higgins 4.
Well, I would suggest that they've already missed a couple of chances each. There won't be that many more chances missed this evening. Not settled yet, either of these players. John Higgins mentioned when he was coming into the auditorium when Steve Davis grabbed hold of him, and he was saying, did he sleep okay last night, John? And he said, no, terrible. He still had the adrenaline going. That's what happens, Ken, isn't it? After an epic match, you really take time. Big mistake. But once again, colours very awkward, so anything above 20 here would be pretty good. Anything above 1 wouldn't be too bad.
I think even you would have thought of that, would he?
I don't play anymore. I haven't played for 14 years since the last time I played a frame. Can't see.
That's what I mean, even you would have thought of that. Get pink or blue back on its spot.
Four.
There you go. First opportunity to get that pink on its spot, because he's not going to be able to win the frame taking greens and browns with these reds, so. Well, he decided to try and develop one, and that's not worked out too well. So
I think actually Kenny was playing with a little bit of side and trying to get on the loose red and didn't get into it. So this has been a frame strewn with errors. And we're still no nearer to knowing who's going to win this opening frame.
A from the pocket. Well, another mistake. Now this is a decent chance for Mark Williams. The pink is tied up. May have to develop that pink and red.
1.
Use that white to slow up quickly. And it hasn't.
6.
Now you may have noticed that. Now that would have been a foul, because if that extension had rolled and hit the yellow, the referee is not entitled to pick it up.
6.
So if that had carried on rolling and touched the yellow, Mark Williams would have been at fault, and that would have been a foul. That's why Aaron Williams just stood looking at him. Just keep an eye on this. And it would have definitely hit the yellow, wouldn't it? Another couple of rolls. And also, amazing enough, Ken, if you lean over the table and your chalk drops out of your pocket and hits the ball, that's a foul as well.
Foul and a miss.
Well, that's a long way short.
Foul and a miss. Mark Williams 4.
Well, there's been quite a few of those in this tournament, Ken, where players have misjudged the roll by a couple of feet, and that's never happened. So I don't know whether it's a completely different roll of cloth or a different weight of cloth they're using, but I've never seen so many shots being misjudged.
I presume it's off the same roll, but as I said, John just hitting it as hard as he could, because he may have been there for a long time and given a lot of points away, so he thought he'd take a chance. Mark coming to the table, shaking his head.
What do you hit them, the more chance you've got them going in. He potted some unbelievable balls, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt there that I don't think he played the pot. I think he played the safety shot just as he got. That's amazing, isn't it? Both these players have hardly missed a ball in their semi-finals, sorry, in their quarter-finals. So they've missed plenty in this opening frame. Might be tossing a coin for this first frame in a minute. They're just smiling at each other. Obviously they realise that neither of them has settled at all.
They might have a re-rack, Willie. You're probably right. They probably missed more balls in this opening frame than they did in the whole of the quarter-final together, I'd say. It's quite amazing.
It's one fluke each. That was funny. So it's the only way I'll pot one at the minute. A very dry sense of humour, Mark Williams. Always a practical joker. Always sends texts to you when you've had things not going as good as you would like. He winds you up plenty of times. Very funny guy.
That was a great effort, wasn't it?
And the alternative, is he? Can't quite tell from our commentary position. Well, he played it very, very fine. We're slightly offset in this commentary position. We're not directly down the line of the ball, so sometimes we can't quite see what they're playing.
Well, a good pot, and obviously tells us the pink doesn't pot into that corner pocket.
He'll take the chance here of just resting on the cushion actually in between pink and red. He won't try and bring the red out. He'll just hopefully get right on the cushion, which he hasn't done. Now this playing up for the blue could be missed. Not straightforward.
Well, he's got a double kiss on the pink there. How would you like this to win a frame? If he misses this, sorry, Will.
It's okay, mate. I'm sure I was going to say that he'd rather be on a half ball it so he could get away with it. If he misses it, he sticks it. It touched the cushion 6 inches up and tried to curl back in again, but very poorly played that was. Just keep an eye on this. Look, it touched the pink 6 inches before the pocket.
I'm seeing a little bit of side. Well, he's played it into the opposite, and
6.
He's got a similar shot to a little bit easier, of course, but a similar shot would be right down the line here. As for the opening frame, it's there. An excellent pot from Mark Williams. A nervy start from both players, but it's Mark Williams who takes it on the black. He's off the mark. It's 1-0.